Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Khierstyn Ross and I work with brands to launch and scale new products online. If you're watching this, this is video 2 in a 3-part mini series we are doing on reward strategy. So this video is specific to Kickstarter. And the video, if you missed part 1 or part 3, the links to all that are below this video in the resources section. So as mentioned in a previous video, we're doing something super special for you. I decided that because we get this question a lot with what are rewards, what's the strategy behind rewards, and all that stuff, that we're just going to actually release paid content that our product launchpad members usually only have access to give you guys a sneak peek and to shed some value on it. So in this video today, we are going to be taking the conversation to some tangible things. So this is actually my absolute favorite video in this 3-part series. We're going to talk about reward strategy. So how best to structure your rewards, how many rewards are too many, how many are too few, how do you bundle your rewards in a way that you're going to be able to provide the most value to your customer and backers, but also provide the most savings and stack your bundles together so that you are going to help people spend more money with you, which from a business standpoint will help you increase your profitability and decrease your customer acquisition costs. Lots of good stuff. So I'm going to shut up and let's get into the video. Okay, to this point, we've talked up why we need a big day one and a couple strategies to actually have that big day one through early birds and the idea of a flash goal. Now we're going to look at the strategy behind how we create our rewards. So the first thing we want to do is we need to see our rewards through our customers' eyes. Earlier in this module, we talked about how I recommend only you have 6 to 8 rewards, and some campaigns go crazy with this. They have like 15 to 20 rewards, which is crazy. So let's take a look at how your backer is going to see your page for the first time. Because you have one page to sell your product, which is your crowdfunding page, you want to limit the number of rewards to as few as possible while offering the most selection. So this is to ensure we don't confuse the customer with too many options. You really need to start your campaign with 6 to 8 main rewards. And it's important to know that as your campaign goes on, you can add more rewards. So in case you want to create new bundles, for customer feedback, or you've unlocked a stretch goal that requires an upsell, you're introducing a flash sale where it's say buy 2 get 1 free, or anything like that, you can add rewards as you go through the campaign, but it's important to start with a small number, 6 to 8, as to not confuse the backer. Heading back over to Keto, we look and see what they did. So they actually have 4. So they have the Indiegogo special. Okay, they have the 2-pack, they have the 4-pack, and they have the wholesale pack. And going back to the Sago Mini campaign, we have 11 rewards. And this is because we added rewards on as the campaign goes. But I want to show you this, and let's pretend like this campaign is still live. When you as a backer are going through to see which reward you should have, it can be confusing because we have, okay, one pillow, but this is 10% off and this is regular price. Okay, we have 2 pillows, early bird. We have 2 pillows, regular. And this is an example of a reward we added in. But again, you can see when someone has to go through levels and layers and layers and layers of all these different rewards to see which one would suit them, it can get confusing. And this campaign is one that actually did a good job at spelling it out really easily, so people really understood the difference between the rewards. But, if someone has to scroll down for different selection, they might just say, well, I don't really know which one to buy, and they're going to leave the page. So you want to make the consumer experience as easy as possible, and that means 6 to 8 rewards. So arguably, Keto is a lot easier to read for rewards because they have 4 rewards. You can see this is the featured one. You get 1, or do you want 2? Versus with pillow play sets, again, they have all these different combinations, and frankly, a lot of that has to do with how they added the quilt for a sale, and they also added the ultimate toy pack. So there's a couple of additional products in here that were introduced that are not the pillow, but they wanted to introduce customers to other products that Sago Mini offered. So in that case, less is more. Looking at how Sago Mini had the pillow playset but introduced different product throughout the life cycle of the campaign, I now want to talk about how, if this is your situation, how we handle multiple products or product bundles as to not overcomplicate your campaign. So rarely do I recommend offering multiple product types like on one crowdfunding campaign. So I don't mean offering different colors or sizes. I'm referring to something like Tap Lock. So let's head over to Tap Lock and show you exactly what I mean. Okay, Tap Lock is a padlock that opens with your unique fingerprint, a campaign I worked on out of Toronto. And this is a couple years ago, so I'm going to scroll down. I don't know why there's a big white space there, but going down to Tap Lock, they decided to offer 2 choices. So what I mean by 2 choices is you have the Tap Lock regular that I believe you can get in different colors. However, they also have Tap Lock Light. So in this campaign, they actually raised funds for bringing both of these products to market. And being behind the scenes in that campaign, people were really confused as to which one should they purchase? Like, which one is Tap Lock Light best for, and which is Tap Lock best for? Because frankly, one is, some are better in different environments. And so when you have someone who comes to this page and they really like the idea, they can get confused by a few things that can cause you to actually lose the sale. So you have to do I think your barrier is a lot higher when you have 2 different products that you are trying to sell people on. So ultimately, I am a huge fan of less is more, and frankly, if I could have a redo of Tap Lock, I think they should have done 2 separate campaigns with this. The demographic is the same, but in terms of complexity, I think they really could have introduced, say, Tap Lock first and then Tap Lock Lite as an add-on campaign. Or what they can do is they can do what we did with Sago Mini, which is we launched with the pillow playset, but we introduced product as the campaign went on, so that at least when it goes live, the emphasis and full attention is on that one product, and you can always introduce other products as an upsell later on through updates and that sort of thing when you can shift attention to that product. Because I just think if you have multiple products on your page, it just gets really confusing. Because you might have different audiences that would purchase different products. In this case, it did work, arguably, because we had the same client avatar that would be buying one or both of them, but it was just a higher barrier for education just because people really have to skim through the page to see what the difference is between the 2. And so we did a fairly good job breaking out the 2, but it added a layer of complexity we didn't really need. And when we go back to Sago Mini, I mentioned before that this pillow playset is available in 3 different colors. So because you'll see here, you'll receive 1 pillow of your choice, so one of 3 designs. You'll be able to select this at the end of the campaign. So when you're offering different colors or sizes, you'll be able to capture that information at the end of the campaign through a survey, and you don't need to have different rewards. So in this case, you don't need to have 1 reward for the doctor's office, 1 reward for the kitchen, and then 1 for the 3rd style. You group it based on that and then select the color or size preference later. And ultimately, just to recap, if you're going to offer multiple products, just make sure you have a main product and you're selling additional products as accessories or introducing them throughout, like later on in the campaign, as to not dilute your product offer messaging. So if you have, for example, how we did this with TapLock is we introduced a stretch goal for the bike kit. So where the main product is the lock, if we were selling the bike kit as an add-on, this can be an accessory. So this is a separate reward, again, that was introduced throughout the campaign, but just make sure if you're going to offer multiple products like the lock and the bike kit, that the bike kit is a good add-on accessory. Or this might be, for example, with the Jamstack, we did a hard carrying case as an add-on. So it's more an accessory that makes the main product better, but it doesn't compete for attention like we did with TapLock and TapLock Lite. If you listen to my podcast with Gareth Everard of Rockwell Razors, he did something really cool where after his first campaign, where they raised $100K for it's a men's grooming product line, he was able to test what new products people wanted him to offer by testing it. So while their campaign focused on offering one main razor, they used Backer Kit, which we'll get into in a bit, to offer the chance for when people were confirming their shipping information after the campaign, they have a chance to add on products to their order. And so Gareth thought he was like testing what men's grooming products to include in his e-commerce store after the campaign. So he put up about 12 different things. So we'll say like shaving cream, combs, that sort of thing. And when his backers went through that upsell funnel, they were able to select what they wanted. And of course, there were about 3 main really popular products that he went through and ended up manufacturing while he got rid of the rest. So he was able to really use customer discovery to see like, what else do you want, by either asking them or putting different product types in front of them to just really see what else people want. So if you want to test or offer any new products, offer it as a stretch goal or as part of your upsell page through Backer Kit. So that's really cool because that can be a great market test. So again, to summarize, 1 product per campaign. And if you insist on doing multiple products, there's a way to introduce it throughout the campaign as to not dilute your product offer messaging and confuse the customer as to what exactly they should buy. While we're addressing this more in week 7 with how to transition off of Kickstarter to fulfillment or Indiegogo to fulfillment, it's important when creating our rewards that we set good expectations with people. So in terms of how to personalize the rewards, if your product needs your backers to select a size, style, or color, the time to grab their preference will be at the end of the campaign when you send out a survey. So you could send out a survey through either Kickstarter or Backer Kit, and it will be to confirm their shipping information and what size, color, or style that they want. So it's important that when you communicate this, you have a note on the reward itself that says surveys will be sent out after the campaign, or in the case of Sago Mini, which we showed before, that this add any one color of your choice, any one pillow of your choice to be selected at end of campaign. So again, you do not need 1 reward package per style, and make sure you communicate this fulfillment process to your backers. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of questions through customer service, and you want to be as clear as possible in the buying process to remove any barriers that would cause someone to think, well, wait, how do I select a size? This is too confusing. I'm actually not going to buy this. So communicate that. And also, pro tip, if you're offering multiple SKUs for like colors and sizes, keep it simple, as the more products and product types you have to fulfill, the more margin for error and increased cost for you. So while this is kind of bleeding outside of rewards, when it comes to bringing new product to market, just be sure with your manufacturer that you know what your minimum order quantity is, and does that include all sizes, all colors, or whatnot, because the more types of something you need to bring, the more margin for error in terms of your campaign being delayed with fulfillment, especially if this is your first time manufacturing a product. So just error of caution. Another thing too is a lot of campaigns have what do you do if your product isn't costing $100 for a reward package? A lot of campaigns have lower price rewards in the $15 to $25 range. And when you have this, it's going to take a lot of backers to hit your goal. So to help bridge this gap, we look for different ways where we can increase the average amount that someone spends or your average order value. So for this, we offer different reward packages. So another reason why we offer 6 to 8 different reward packages is by showing people that they can buy multiple items of your product, but also, we want to do something called price stacking, which if you are in a position to do this, you want to incentivize people to spend more money on your campaign, where the more money they spend, the more value they get. So when it comes time to the examples that I've given here, we have on the left, these are both from the Filippo Loretti campaign, which is a beautiful Italian-made handmade watch. And for one watch, you get one Filippo Loretti luxury watch and save 35% off of future retail price and free shipping worldwide. However, you see down here, if you buy 4 watches, you get 4 Filippo Loretti luxury watches. You'll choose the models later, plus, and they stack the value. So plus, we'll add a luxury watch collector's box for €200 value. We'll add 2 Italian leather straps for €120 value. We'll add a traveler's watch roll for €150 value. So with all of this, you save 55% off of future retail price. So when you actually go to the Filippo Loretti campaign, they offer 1 watch, 2 watches, 3 watches, and 4 watch combination. However, they increase the value they give to you the more you spend. So this is another really great way to increase the average amount that a backer spends, which means you need less to fill your goal. When we take a look at this from Sago Mini, we did this as well. So when someone buys 1 pillow, they get 1 pillow. So you'll see here where it includes pillow playset, limited edition sticker pack, and a downloadable PDF coloring sheet. However, when someone buys 3 pillows, they save more through 30% off early bird. But what they've added in here is you get 2 easy clean bath squirter and floaties, which are really cool. So those are like physical toys your kid can play with in a bath. So again, we price stacked with this so that the larger packages equaled more savings. But if you're in a position to add in accessories and that sort of thing, then this could be a really awesome way to stack your rewards to do more value with the more money spent to get your backers to spend more. Hey, what was your favorite part or takeaway from this video? Drop it below and let me know. Or if you have a follow-up question and you'd like me to do a future video on that, please do let me know, because you inspire this content. As for what's next, guys, we drop information like this on the channel every single week. So if you can give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, you won't miss a beat the next time. And last thing I'm going to say is that if you are looking for a bit of extra help with your team to actually implement some of this, and you need mentorship and that sort of thing, check out our product launchpad. You can see all the links and everything below. And if you're not quite there yet, don't worry, we've got a ton of free launch resources both on this channel and below this video, so be sure to check that out. And apart from that, we'll see you in video 3, which is all about how to charge shipping with Kickstarter and how to manage that conversation with your backers.